Carl, tell us about the defensive performance on Thursday night against Louisville. How'd you guys feel coming out of that?
I mean, that was a good, hard-fought game. Coach B told us before the game that we would have to fight. You know, it's gonna be a battle. You know, so we expected that as a defensive unit. So I think we went out there and accomplished what we were looking to do.
Did you have a sense during the course of the game how well you guys were doing against the run?
Not really. You know, our main focus was really just getting the ball back, making sure we made, get the ball back honestly for the offense, making stops and plays. So I really didn't have any knowledge of the run game.
On that last Louisville drive, when they're driving the ball late in the fourth, trying to get down to make that field goal, tie the game, you guys obviously make the stop. You know, what are you guys saying to each other as you're lining up, looking at each other, looking across the way, going, this is it? What are you telling the guy next to you and the guy beside you? What are you guys saying to each other?
This is what we worked for in the offseason. You know, that was a testament to our manhood. You know, because we could have easily gave up. A lot of guys were kind of winning out there because it was a pretty long drive. You know, so it was a testament to our manhood. You know, so they said, I mean, just give it all you got, you know. We can win this thing, so a lot of guys did that. I know especially Kevin Dodd, you know, when he made that play, that was a huge play for us. But, you know, that's what we work for in the offseason, you know, preparing for moments like that.
Did it feel like deja vu to you, and did that give you some confidence from last year's game?
It definitely kind of did, because last year's game was really a nail-biter, you know, but you know, we came out strong again, you know, defensive-wise. So, yeah, it really did remind me a lot of last year.
I look out there and see Scott Pagano's beside you one play, then it's Christian, then it might be Rod. Talk about those three guys. What do they each bring to that position?
They all, you know, they're just hard workers. And, you know, Christian, you know, he's a guy with great athleticism and great effort, likes to hustle to the ball. You know, Rod is a vet, you know, so he knows the game real well. You know, he knows the ins and outs. You know, he also gives great effort. And Scott, you know, his strength and knowledge of the game as well, you know, it brings a lot to the table, you know, to have guys come on the field, you know what they're doing. It's going to give great effort.
Through 3 games, has this defense even exceeded your expectations coming into the year?
I'm not gonna brag on this right now, but I feel like we've been playing well. A lot of people expected us to have a major drop off, and that's what we really wanted to prove to everybody, that it was not. We really did not want to have a drop off this year at all. So, I mean, our goal is to be the #1 defense again. So, I mean, that's what we're looking to do. So, I mean, we still got a lot more games to play. So. See how they go.
Are you guys playing with a chip on your shoulder? Is that how you feel?
Yeah, that's really how we feel. You know, defense, we talk about it all the time. You know, we seen in media people talking about there's going to be a drop off. We lost a lot of guys, but we knew we had the talent. You know, even better talent than what we had last year. You know, I said we lost some leadership, but you know we're working on that right now. So,
are guys stepping into those leadership roles right now?
Oh yeah.
Anybody you can name?
Huh?
Anybody you could name out?
Oh yeah,
stepped up?
J-Ron Curse. I mean, Kevin Dodd. You know, myself, Ben. You know, BJ. We all knew we was gonna have to step up. You know, and lead our guys. We had some great players to lead, so we knew we was gonna have to fill their spots. So I mean, a lot of guys are maturing and starting to understand what it takes to win.
People talk about going on the road and all the challenges of going on the road. For a defense, it's quieter. You guys can communicate a little better. Does it actually help you to play a road game to kind of figure out, okay, this is what happens when there's no noise, and you know we can kind of understand what each other's talking about?
Yeah, it definitely helps on the road. Actually, you know, in the valley it gets a little rowdy and it's hard getting a call from the linebacker. But on the road, you know, the crowd has to be a lot quieter for the offense. So it definitely helps us, you know, get the call, you you know, see the formations a lot, you know, just little things like that.
Does it take a road game to kind of work through some things? Do you feel like maybe you guys are a little more cohesive now that you've gotten to experience some game situations like that?
I don't know. We really kind of practice in that type of environment. We play music real loud in practice, you know, just to prepare for situations like that. So I mean, it kind of helps, you know, but I mean, it really doesn't make a difference when you've been practicing for it.
Talking about the Notre Dame game, you guys going up against a pretty big offensive line. Have you guys watched tape on them?
Oh yeah, we've already jumped on there. We done started watching film. Yeah, we've seen a little bit of what they got.
Getting off blocks is going to be a big point factor for that one. Those guys being so big. Is there any sort of gap control that you guys do in your spacing for guys with the big long reach? You know.
Well, I mean, it's something that we do. You know, our coaches, Coach Brooks, we work on that all the time in practice. He preaches that to us, so should nothing really change. You know, as far as gap control, getting off the blocks, because we work on that in individuals all the time. So I don't think that can change.
How much does it help having this extra week to prepare for Notre Dame?
Oh man, it's really big. I think the coach is doing a great job in helping us recover, and also as well as getting ready, you know, for the game. So I think it's a big week for us to get ready and recover as well.
This is a chance to shine under the lights again. 2 years ago against Florida State, didn't work out so well. How do you make sure that something like that doesn't happen again?
We just gotta make sure we work hard and focus and practice. That's what it comes down to. I think, you know, Florida State, you know, that was a tough loss for us, but you know, I think it's just more of our focus, and you know, and then who wants it more at the end of the day, you know.
Do fans get more excited about a Notre Dame Clemson game than a player today does?
What do you mean for?
Historically, Notre Dame's got this long tradition and legendary background. You guys haven't been around most of that. Do you have any sense of that?
Well, yeah, I knew about Notre Dame, but I feel like, you know, Clemson fans, it don't matter if we playing Wofford, Appalachian, I feel like they're gonna be there supporters regardless, you know, and scream their hearts out, you know, hoping that we win. So I don't really, it's a big game, you know. I think a lot of people are gonna be excited for it, you know. So I'm pretty sure it'll probably be pretty loud in the battle.
How do you feel about Notre Dame's offensive line, and how do you feel yourself when guys like Christian Watkins and Scott Pagano will do against them?
You know, we watched a little film on the O-line, and some pretty big guys, but you know, I think the way we practice and you know, preparation that Coach B got us, you know, going through and everything, I think we'll be ready to play. You know, Christian, Scott, you know, we just continue working in practice, and everything will pay off in the game.
I think that answered the question well.
You sure Christian's ready to play?
Thank you, Carlos.
That's probably